Some days the universe just decides to test you, and you don't even get a warning. One minute you're thinking about your future, about the letter at home offering you a chance at something bigger than you ever dreamed, and the next, you're staring down two cops in the fading light, wondering if this is how your story gets rewritten without your permission. That's how it started for me. I was walking home, same as always, the sky in D.C., already sinking behind rooftops, my mind spinning with hope and all the things I still want to tell my mom about the CIA internship, about Howard, about finally feeling like I belonged somewhere. That dream lasted right up until I heard a sharp voice cut through the air. "Hey you, stop right there." My heart jumped so hard it nearly knocked me off my feet. I turned, slow as you like, just to see two officers coming at me, one older, face red like he's always mad, the other young and tense, his hand already twitching by his belt. "Hands up," the older one barked. I did as I was told. You know the drill move: slow, don't argue, don't give them a reason to think you're trouble. But it was too late. "You match the description," the younger one said, voice flat. I wanted to ask, description of what? "But don't resist," he growled. "I'm not resisting," I said, keeping my voice even, remembering every lesson my mom ever taught me about staying calm, about surviving encounters like this. But my words didn't matter. Marston, the young one, rifled through my bag like he was hoping to find something that would make this all make sense: sandwich, a physics book, debate club notebook, nothing but the life of a regular high school kid. Then he found my badge. "What the hell is this?" he barked. "It's my internship badge. I'm in a government program, CIA." I explained, even as my throat dried up and my pulse skipped wild. O'Donnell just laughed, waving my badge like it was some kind of joke. "You expect me to believe a high schooler works for the CIA? Nice try." "It's real," I whispered, holding back tears. He pocketed it with a sneer. "We'll check it out at the station." They shoved me into the cruiser cameras from bystanders recording, but nobody said a word, nobody did a thing. I sat in the back, hands trembling, cuffs digging into my skin. Every dream I'd starting to feel 1,000 miles away. They didn't even ask my name, didn't care who I was or where I'd been. Just another story for them. At the station, the light was harsh and cold, buzzing overhead, making everything look sickly. They locked me on a metal bench, still cuffed, hoodie damp with sweat, even though it was freezing. No food, no water, no phone call. Every now and then an officer would glance at me through the window, but mostly they just ignored me like I wasn't even there. Time stretched, warped. I couldn't tell if I'd been there a minute or an hour, just that I felt smaller and more invisible with every second. Eventually O'Donnell came back, told me to get up. My legs felt like lead, but I followed, down a hallway to an interrogation room that stank of bleach and stale sweat. Marston was already there, sitting at a metal table, not even looking at me. "Sit," he snapped. I sat, hands in my lap, cuffs cold and unforgiving. "You know why you're here?" Marston said. I shook my head. "No, I really don't. I haven't done anything." O'Donnell snorted, leaning back against the wall. Marston flipped open a folder, didn't even glance up. "Robbery," he said. "Witness places you at the scene." "That's not possible," I said, voice shaking but steady. "I was at school. Ask my teachers, my coach, my classmates." Marston just shrugged. "That's not what the witness says." My fists clenched against the metal table, cuffs biting in. "Please," I begged, "just check the records." "I didn't do anything." O'Donnell stepped forward, his shadow stretching over the table. "Save it. We've seen it all. Fake IDs, smart mouths. You're not special." Marston tapped the folder. "You're in deep. Maybe think about a deal." Panic lit up inside me, but under was something hotter: anger. I kept my voice calm. "I want to call my mother." Marston's jaw ticked. O'Donnell shook his head, slow and smug. "You'll get your call when we're done." The interrogation felt endless. Every answer I gave became another accusation. Every denial another reason not to believe me. When they left, the door slammed with a finality that made me flinch. I dropped my head into my cuffed hands, swallowing a scream. I told myself not to cry. Then came a moment I'll never forget. A woman entered, black, maybe late 40s, moving with authority. Detective Morgan, her badge red. She didn't smile, just unlocked my cuffs, the relief sharp and immediate. She took me through fingerprinting cold glass, camera flash, the whole humiliating process. Finally, she pointed at a payphone. You get one call. I dialed, how many hands shook so bad it took 3 tries to get the number right. My mom answered, voice trembling. Where are you? I told her they arrested me. I didn't do anything. They think I robbed a store. She stayed calm, promised to find help. Time crawled. I didn't sleep, just stared at the walls, scared and furious, and somehow still hoping. Then, as morning broke gray and mean, the cell door banged open. Mr. Klein, our lawyer, came in, he crooked, hair a mess, eyes burning with purpose. Behind him, my mom braids slipping out, tears held back by pure willpower. We'll get you out, she said. Klein told me to say nothing, not a word without him. They say the badge is fake, he said. It's not, I whispered, voice breaking. I know, he said, but we need proof. Hang in there. Then they said I'd be staying overnight, maybe longer. The next day, they marched me out, cuffs tight, head down into a sheriff's van, 2 other women beside me, silent, tired. Reporters swarmed the courthouse steps, cameras everywhere. Inside, everything felt too big, too bright, too cold. In court, the charges were robbery, obstruction, fake government ID. Judge Crawford, tough as nails, asked, how do you plead? Not guilty. I managed, my voice barely above a whisper. The prosecutor painted me as a criminal, said I matched the description, said the badge was a forgery. Mr. Klein stood up, voice calm but sharp as glass. He told them I was an honor student, had witnesses, that my badge was real, part of a government program. The prosecutor just scoffed. Then it brought out O'Donnell. He swore in, told the whole room I'd acted suspicious, fled, carried a fake badge. It was all lies. When Klein cross-examined him, he caught O'Donnell contradicting himself first, saying I complied, then that I tried to run. The courtroom shifted, murmurs everywhere. Then came the so-called witness Travis Brown, who said he saw me. But Klein caught him too. What day was it? Monday, Brown said. But your job's closed Mondays. Brown stammered. The lie was out. The room felt it. My defense called in teachers, classmates, my debate coach, even the bus driver, every single one said I was at school. Then, out of nowhere, Miss Harrington, CIA supervisor, walked in, calm and composed. She told the court I was in a real, confidential federal program, that the badge was legitimate. No details, just enough. You could feel the room shift. Judge Crawford leaned in, eyes sharp. With the inconsistencies and credible alibi, this case is dismissed. Her gavel came down, and the world exploded into noise. My mom sobbed. Mr. Klein gripped my shoulder. But O'Donnell and Marston, those cops, stood stone-faced, angry, watching as I left. I walked out into the sunlight, dazzling, almost too bright. Reporters shouting, security holding them back, my mom beside me, Mr. Klein at my side. I kept moving, muscles tense, heart racing, just wanted to disappear back into my old life, but knowing I never could. At home, my mom wrapped me in a quilt, poured tea, told me, you did it. But even as I tried to settle back in, I couldn't stop replaying what happened to O'Donnell's sneer, the fake witness, how nobody believed me until the system forced them to. The days that followed were strange. School felt different. Classmates whispered. Teachers tried to show support, but I always felt like I was watching it all from the outside. Then came another twist, Mr. Klein called us in, Detective Morgan at the table. We have a case, he said. Not just against the officers, but the whole system. Morgan handed over a folder, statements, photos, proof of years of misconduct. It'll be a fight, Klein warned, but you're not alone. I remember those nights in the cell, the way they looked at me, how close I'd come to losing everything. I thought about all the others who never got their day in court. I'm in, I said. The wheels turned fast, complaints, lawsuits, interviews, the media jumping on it. Some called me a hero. Others said I just wanted fame or money. I ignored the noise, focused on the case, on what was right. The breakthrough came midsummer. Travis Brown confessed he'd been paid to lie. Suddenly, the whole story flipped. The city settled, paid for my college, publicly admitted wrongdoing, promised reforms, new oversight. The night it all broke, my mom and I sat on the porch, stars overhead. She said, "You changed things." I just nodded. I didn't do it alone. She squeezed my hand. August came. I packed for Howard laptop, books, that CIA badge tucked deep in my bag. First day, sunlight pouring over the quad, students everywhere. I let myself believe just for a second that maybe I was free. A text buzzed in my pocket. "Miss Harrington, proud of you. Stay focused. The future needs you." I looked up, let the past fall away, and took the first step into the next chapter. You think that's the end, but really, it's just another beginning. Because here's the truth: one victory doesn't fix a broken system, but it does give hope. So let me ask you, what would you have done in my place? Is justice just about one case, or about changing the whole game? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear your stories, your opinions, what justice means to you. And if you believe stories like this matter, hit like, subscribe, turn on the bell, and let's make sure the world keeps talking.